Alright, welcome to the autonomous self-driving car road detection and segmentation. Now in this project, we're going to build a road detection and segmentation model for self-driving cars. There are quite a lot of interesting things that we're going to do in this particular project. We're going to see how self-driving cars detect objects on the road as they are moving. Okay, and how they differentiate between, say, animal from car or, say, traffic lights, how they navigate around. We're going to see that in this project. This is going to be very exciting, where you can upload the video like that. And then it's going to segment the environment and the things that are around over there. Okay, and then we're also going to see how it's doing it on each frame. Okay, remember, video is just a compilation of images or frames. So we are going to see how it's doing it on each frame. So I'm going to walk you through step by step and demonstrate for you to see how it's done. Right, so I'm going to refresh this page, and then first thing that the user would do is, in order for them to use this app, they have to log in. So they have two things. Remember, this is a computer vision project, so they can put their password over here, or they can use their Face ID. So if they choose a password, they can log in. So I'm just going to log in over here. Alright, so you can see the password if you want to, okay, and then you can click on login. Then it's going to log in for you, okay. If everything is fine now, you can upload a single video, or you can upload multiple videos, which may be videos of roads with moving cars or something like that. And then you'll be able to detect all the things on the road and also segment it. Okay, that's one way of getting into logging in. And then the other way is using your Face ID, and then you can use computer vision to detect whether it's a person's face, whether it's a recognized person, or it's multiple people trying to log in, or it's a bot trying to log in, and all of that. You can do that over here. So if I click on, say, Face ID, it's going to open the system camera. So I'm going to use a face over here, right on the phone, to log in over here. Okay, so now it's scanning the face. Once everything is done, then it's going to log in. Okay, so now you see that face detected access is granted. So once it's able to log in, detect the face, then it's going to log in, because the model is already trained to detect faces. So that's why it's able to log in, otherwise it won't. So in your case, you can use your own face to train it, or you can train the model generally to detect a face. If it sees a face, then it's going to grant it. That's using a single face, not double or multiple faces. Okay, because each Face ID has to be unique. So once you are logged in like that, then you can use a single video, or you can use multiple videos to perform your analysis over here. Once I do that, I'm going to upload files over here. Now, the final thing that we are trying to do is going to be looking something like this. Okay, so if I show you this one, now you can see how we're able to detect everything on the road. Okay, this is a short video over here, but you can see how it was able to detect everything on the road. Let me show you a different one here, right? So if I show you this one, look, it's the same thing as the other one, but there's more segmentation on it. Let me show you a different one over here. So I'm going to show you this one so you can see this one too. Let me reduce the speed a little bit. Okay, you can see how this one is able to also detect everything on the lane, right? So that's mainly what we want to do. That's what the self-driving cars do. They need to be able to detect the things that are on the environment, right? The cars, the people, right? The person on the bike, right? It's able to detect everything. Okay, the traffic lights and all of that. That's how we want our end results to be. That's how we want to do. That's when you've put a segmentation on the road. But if you don't put segmentation on the road, it's going to look something like this. Okay, it's going to look something like this. I've optimized these lines, blue lines that you see. So we will see how we do it. But you can see how we are able to detect the things on the road and the environment like that. That's the end result. That's what you want to do. Okay, which is very, very awesome and interesting. Let me show you this one too, right? You can see this is a very short one, right? But you can see that it's able to detect the things that are in the environment. Okay, so that's mainly what we're going to do. You can give it a long video, because initially I gave it a short video, then I increased the size. So if you go over here, you're going to see that you can the limit is now 1 gig. I'll show you how to increase this. If you want to upload a larger video, initially I use only 400 megabytes, right? But you can increase the size of, I'm going to upload a video over here. Let me just choose, let me choose the one that I used earlier on. Let's click on that one. So it's going to load. And then once it has loaded, you are going to see it over here. Okay, now you see that it's able to detect the things that are on the road. Okay, so you can see there's some car over here. There's a person on a bike. Okay, so motorbike and a person, right? And then there's a stop sign and a car over there. It's able to detect all of that. Okay, which is what you want. Now, if you come here, you see that I have display frame by frame segmentation. If we click on that, it's going to show you how it's being able to detect everything on each of the frames. So if you pick these frames, these 3 frames, these are the things it's detecting over there, right? And then it will go to the next frame. So this is how it's doing it. So on each of the frames, okay, on each of the frames. So there was a person standing there. If you zoom in, let me even do this, you can see it better. If you do this one, you can see that there was a person right on the actual, this is the original and this is the segmented one. So you can see there was a person standing behind the car, right? And then the car itself. And then there's a person in the motorbike, and then there's a car, right? And then if you come over here, it's going through the same process. I mean, it's detecting everything that it sees, right? It's detecting everything that it sees over there. Okay, then that's how it's actually segmented things and then differentiate what is supposed to be cautious of from things that are maybe far away from the road. Okay, so maybe pedestrian walking around, or maybe a car, another motorbike passing by. You have to be cautious of things like that. So mainly that's what he's trying to detect, so that you'll be able to navigate around, right? If you see, say, a traffic light, it should be able to see it, recognize it, and stop when it's supposed to stop, and then differentiate between, say, red, green, and blue, something like that. Okay, that's basically what this one is doing, okay? So this is very interesting, and then you can save the video. I mean, the output videos, once it does the segmentation, you can save it, and then if you save it, that's when you can see something like this. That's when now once I click on save, you see that it is saving it over there, okay? It's saving it over there. So that's why you'll be able to get something like that. You'll be able to have end results like this. So once it saves it, the saved video is going to be as fast as the original. Okay. It's going to be nicely like this. Now you see that there's a blue overlay on it, which is segmenting everything else apart from the most important thing that you're supposed to pay attention to, which is the cars in front of it, or the person, or the motorbikes and stuff like that. Okay, so that blue thing, you can, if you don't want that and you want to see actual segmentation of the real video, you can. And this is a blue overlay transparency, so you can take that one off. I mean, the more you do it like this, okay, the deeper that blue becomes. So if I do that now, see how it is. Okay, now the things that it has detected, right, are the black things that you see over there. Okay, you see how this one is. Okay, and then you can take it all the way over here, right? Then it will just use the original. We see that it's detecting it without the blue. Okay, it's detecting it without the blue. So once it has done, I mean, detecting everything, then it will save it for you. That is, if you have ticked on save, then it will save the original video for you. Okay, so that you'll be able to see. So if you don't want the overlay, you can take it off. All right, but if you want to segment the road and things around like that, then you have to either, I mean, increase this then as much as you want. Okay, you have to increase it as much as you want. All right, so that's how the project is. Once it's done, it's going to, I mean, it's doing it. Okay, so unless it has done everything. Now, if I click on this one, you see that it's 0. It's 0.00, right? Because it has not finished optimizing it. Once it has finished segmenting everything in the video, then you're going to have the output video. Okay, just like I did over here, you see that I have VIP6 output, and I have one with the blue overlay on it, and then another without the blue overlay on it. It's going to do the detection nicely, like that for you. Okay, it's going to do it nicely like that for you. So I mean, it depends on what you want, whether you want the overlay on it or you don't want the overlay on it. You can do it either way. You can do it in either way. Okay, so that's mainly what we want to do, to be able to deter the things in the road, navigate around, and all of that. Okay, and it's also, if you see, let me go over here. It's giving the confidence level, right? Let me use this one, which will make it clearer. You see that it's saying this is a person, and then it's showing 0.79. That is how confident it is. So 70%, 79% of the time is confident that this is a person. Okay. And then this one, 0.69, 68% of the time is confident that this is a car. Okay, that's a really good thing. So if you see that these numbers are very low and it's making mistakes or something like that, then you have to retrain the model, right? Which, I mean, you can do in the notebook. All right. Okay, so that's the project that you're going to be doing. And I mean, you can just play around with the way that you want to even optimize it to do way more things. Okay, maybe you want to also segment the building around or something, or the trees. Okay, because if you see this one, let me zoom in. Right, maybe you want to detect the buildings around. Okay, and then segmented them like the way you've detected the cars and the person and stuff like that. Maybe you want to put something like that. So you can also do that. If we go to the code, I will show you. Here I'm using some classes. I'm detecting a person, a bicycle, car, motorbike, bus, truck, traffic lights, stop signs, stuff like that. Okay, you can also increase that. I mean, add more classes to it if you want. Okay, so that you'd be able to detect a whole lot of things on the road. Okay, and then you can even put lanes on the ground. Okay, you can put I mean, detected the lanes. Maybe it's in the first lane, second lane, or third lane, or something like that. You can also do that. Even add more optimization to it and do more segmentation. So that's really an interesting project which we're going to do on the lab session.